Karen Thomas, and this is the Summit Seekers Thursday morning virtual coffee chat. And it is a brand new year. It is our first meeting in January of 2024. And last week, when we did the chat, I had talked about that we were going to start having like a guest speaker or somebody in the community. And if you're brave enough, we'd love to have you here about your journey, about the company or the products or the opportunity that you're in and what it means, and answer questions and learn how to present in a Zoom atmosphere about what you are doing for your business. Now, if you are seeing this on the replay, give us a hashtag replay and give us an aha moment. If you have a question or if you'd like to tell us about your business, then let us know. DM me or put it in the comments, and I'd be glad to schedule you for one of our next chats. All right. Well, Vidra kind of disappeared. So I'm sure she'll ding in, but I'm going to let our guest introduce herself. Well, here, wait a minute. Here's Vidra. And that way everybody can introduce themselves, where they're from, and then we can get started with Mrs. Kim's story. Unless Vidra takes a long time to come back in. So I hear the ding. Where's the ding? Oh, okay. Well, Kim, let's go ahead and start with you and at least introduce who you are, where you're at, and go ahead and go into your story, because I'm not sure if Miss Vidra is going to make it today. All right, Miss Kim, take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kim. I'm the chronic health warrior because I battled 36 years with multiple autoimmune conditions, and I achieved symptom-free and med-free. I'm from Maine.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. So let's hear about this story. 36 years you have battled with chronic disease. So how what does that look like? I mean, that has to mean you're so young looking. It had to be starting when you were a kid.
Right. It started when I was a baby. I started with breathing problems, which then got into issues with skin problems where I had itchy skin, and I had a hard time being able to go to places growing up when I was a young kid, because many would want to go to the beach in the summertime, and it became a time where it wasn't comfortable for me to do so. So I ended up having to wear long sleeves in the summertime because I got really uncomfortable with my own skin, because I had patches all over my skin and it was itchy, and I started not to feel happy with the way my skin looked and how I looked growing up. And it started causing issues with more problems when I got into 5th grade. I started having a lot of swelling in my joints, and I had issues walking where I had to go to the doctor's office a lot of times to have my knee drained because it would build fluid, and it would make it very difficult to be able to walk. I would be on crutches, and most of 5th and 6th grade, I was on crutches for most of the years. So because of the swelling and the inflammation.
So what did your parents try to help? I mean, with going to all these doctors, what were they telling you?
I was being put on one med to the next, and each of the meds had side effects. It would cause me to be tired, or it would cause me to be kind of irritable and uncomfortable. And I had to have different creams that I tried. And it went from one after another, and nothing was really helping.
Oh, as a parent, you know, I know you have kids. It's got to be heartbreaking for your parents to have to, you know, see you be struggling so much with your health. So did it get better after 5th grade?
It only ended up getting worse when it started turning into digestive problems, where I had issues eating certain foods. I would have belly cramps. I would be up a lot of nights. I wasn't getting much sleep. And high school was really was the turning point because I was involved in a very severe car accident, which caused head trauma to my head.
Oh,
And
no.
I ended up getting a concussion, and it started the first lesion on my brain, which ended up over a 20-year period. It ended up growing to half-dollar size, and I ended up getting 11 more lesions on my brain.
Oh, goodness. So what is a lesion on your brain?
My body, there was inflammation on my brain. Any trauma will cause inflammation on, like, I hit my head, so that was a trauma to my head, so it started to have inflammation on my brain. But with all my other issues that I was having with the inflammation and everything, my body started to attack the myelin lining in my brain, which is the nerves, or the nerve coating around your nerves.
Okay, so it started attacking, and that's what caused the lesions, is it started
Right.
attacking your brain.
Right, because I had so much inflammation that was building up, and with all the poor choices of food that I didn't realize had so much inflammation in my food, that it was causing more damage to my gut, more inflammation in my body, that my body wasn't able to control all the inflammation that I had.
So if you said you had this in high school, what kind of diet, when we think of high schoolers, because you're a lot younger than me, and I don't know how much it's changed because they didn't have all of the processed foods when I was in high school that they have now. What kind of foods and stuff that were causing this kind of inflammation? Somebody else might be having some issues and they've never heard this before.
Right, I ended up not, since I had already had digestive problems and wasn't able to eat many foods. It wasn't very often I was eating in front of people because I was starting to get uncomfortable with eating because it would make me really sick, and I wasn't comfortable being around people and eating. So I would get like just maybe a little snack, something I knew that wouldn't affect me, or I wouldn't have issues with, that would cause the immediate problems, but it
Mhm.
was still causing problems. Like I would have like a small bag of chips, or I'll have like a granola bar, not realizing that there's gluten and there's other
So gluten was a
ingredients.
major factor. So gluten was a major factor for some of the inflammation.
Right, it was gluten, it was the sugar, the corn, the hydrogenated oils, there was sugar, processed like fake sugars and things, that was causing the problems.
Okay. And so many of these things are hidden in food. So you're saying that if you found like a snack food that would stay down, that's what you were trying to eat because you needed to eat something.
Right.
Okay.
But I didn't realize that it still had the toxic ingredients like
Mm,
corn
right.
and things that were still causing the damage, but wasn't giving me the immediate symptoms. So I figured it was fine because the doctors didn't really teach me, like, oh, well, you should stay away from these foods and you should have these foods, because that's not what they do. When you go, they prescribe, or they tell you your symptoms and they give you a diagnosis, but they didn't explain to me really what foods I needed to eat so that I could get better and feel
Okay.
better.
Right. That didn't add to the inflammation or might even reverse it. Are there foods that actually help your body get rid of inflammation?
Yes. I love turmeric tea as well as ginger. Those are two really good that helps alleviate some
Infl-
inflammation. It's really good, and I drink that a lot during during the days.
Okay. So what happened with these 11 lesions on your brain?
Currently now I do not have them. I started 5 steps that I took that helped me to get better. I looked at my diet and did everything anti-inflammatory. I looked at the supplements and started eating more nutritional dense foods. I started looking at my stress levels as well as getting more quality sleep, as well as movement and exercise. I started incorporating that as well as phototherapy.
Oh, okay. So you actually have documented, and you said and when we were talking earlier, you actually have wrote a book about your 5 steps to getting healthier.
Yes, the 5 steps that I took to get well.
And so in case anybody's interested in that, is it on Amazon, or how would people get your 5 steps?
Yes, they can go to the number 5 in 5steps.simplywellrenewal.com.
Oh, okay. So it's on your website?
Yes, that's
they
correct.
can
It's right on that page.
Okay. I'll be putting the link in the chat or in the comments when this gets put as a replay in the Summit Seekers group. And if you watch this on my YouTube channel, it will be in the description how to get her 5 steps book. So you said something about phototherapy. So how does that, who is that with, and how does that work?
Right. Phototherapy is a process that I use at home where you use a little patch and you use your body's natural heat as well as your body's ultraviolet light, and it reflects back your light signals within the body. So send signals to help your body get well.
Okay, so it's a patch. So is it just one type of patch, or are there several kinds of patches, or and where would you get these patches?
Right. They can read some more information in my book. It tells you some information.
Okay, but since we are doing this chat as about businesses and opportunities, you became a representative of this phototherapy product because it helped you so much, right? So
Yes.
as a business, how does it work as a business? We now know your journey and why it actually helps keep you symptom free. It was the last step in your 5 steps.
Yeah.
So tell us about how this business works. What's the company name? And how has your journey been with this company?
I started probably about 4.5 years ago. I started with them. Yeah, and I have been using it every day as well as my family.
So you've seen results with not just yourself, but with your family.
Right. Yes, that's correct. I sleep better. I have more energy. I have less inflammation, as well as my family does.
Okay. So for anybody to find out more information about this company, it's in your book.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So with your journey, this if you weren't sick, if you didn't have all of these issues, this products you've seen have helped your family. What specifically is it? Just help improve their health? If they're not, because like I don't have any diseases. I'm at 65. I don't have any health issues. So would this be a product or a company that I should look into for just staying, healthy without any health issues?
One of the benefits I love most is with glutathione. It helps raise your glutathione levels, which is very good for your immune system. It helps build and keeps a strong immune system, as well as working on the repair system, where it actively helps repair and restore cells that are damaged or needs to be restored.
Okay, so these patches pretty much help it uses your own body's systems to help itself.
Yes, that's correct.
And so there's no side effects, there's no downside to using this type of system to help keep your immune system. And what kind of now we know about your inflammation and some of the things you talked about, but what is some of the what are some of the other major things that if people were listening that they have shown a lot of benefits with?
Sleep is one, energy levels, better performance with sports, reduce inflammation.
Well,
Or
Miss Vidra is a
some,
runner. So Miss Vidra, do you have any questions about how, because you're a young person and you run and you're robust with your health. What kind of question would you want to ask Miss Kim?
Well, I'm actually familiar with the patch that she is referring to, and I've been using it myself as well. And I did start using it mainly to improve my workouts and all the running, and my sleeping has improved as well.
Wow. Okay. So you're already using the same products that she is, and you're
Yeah.
seeing health benefits and you're healthy.
Yeah. So for me, I just saw it as an investment in my health.
Cool. Isn't that an amazing addition to this story, Miss Kim?
yes.
Because I had no idea. I mean, the whole point of this is to introduce people's stories and why they start, because we all start with businesses. We all are part of opportunities because it solved something that we needed in our lives. And so that is just really cool. So are you also in the opportunity, Miss Vidra, or do you just buy the products from somebody else?
I'm in the opportunity as well. Like a friend approached me because he knew I'm into health and fitness and working out. So he definitely approached me more from what it will do for my workouts as opposed to focusing on my health.
Cool. So how have you found with being in this opportunity? Do you find them easy to work with? Do you find them, what is been your experience with this company?
I love the company and I love the products, and it definitely helps me with my workouts because I run a lot of half marathons, which is a good distance to cover. And I was looking for something that would help me sustain my energy throughout without having to rely on caffeine or anything that would make me feel too jittery. So
Mhm.
as far as giving me energy, it definitely works, and I don't have any of the negative side effects as I would from coffee or any other energy enhancement products.
Now, do you have to wear this patch while you're running, or do you do it after or before?
I usually wear it about 12 hours a day, so wear it throughout the day, and I feel more focused, and it doesn't give me so much energy that it would disrupt my sleep. So I usually wear it first thing in the morning when I wake up, and then I take it off later in the evening.
So is it renewable, or do you have to get a new patch every day?
A new patch every day.
Okay, cool. So anything else you want to tell the anybody that will watch this on the replay about, since you're both in the same, this was an unexpected surprise. Anything that either one of you want to add about why it's, that it would be a benefit to be in this company, whether you use it as or are building a business? Are either one of you building teams, or have you expanded to that point yet, or are you mainly just users yourself right now as you try to build that aspect of the business?
Me
I've been,
personally,
Okay, wait a minute.
you go ahead, Kim.
uh, I started probably the first 3 years, I was just using it, and probably about this within the last year or so, I started to build the business.
Cool. Okay, Miss Vidra.
Well, right now I definitely am focused on just using the product, but then my goal is to eventually start work on building the business. And one other benefit that my friend mentioned to me as far as the product itself, it's also the anti-aging benefits. So I was like, well, that's pretty cool, because a lot of people who've used the products, even when I went to the Zoom meetings, I could definitely see a difference in what they look like before and after. It definitely takes years off. So I'm like, well, that's definitely an added benefit. I wouldn't mind looking 40 when I'm 60.
Exactly. Well, good nutrition, when you take care of your body, you know, Miss Kim here did not have the benefit of that, having started as an infant, having all of the health issues all through her life. You know, I didn't have those issues, but I found the value of nutrition, and people, you know, look at me and say they can't hardly believe that I'm going to be 66 here in a couple months. So, you know, the whole benefit, no matter what kind of company you use, is finding products that enhance how your body feels and how it deals with keeping itself healed, because our bodies are meant to heal themselves. Medicine is not designed to heal our bodies. You know, when they first started pharmaceuticals, you know, when we started doing penicillin and aspirin and those way back in the day, where there were major issues that they were trying to solve, it was that it actually cured or helped your health. But nowadays they're handed out so, just so like candy, that, you know, most people just say, hey, hand me a pill. I don't feel good, hand me a pill. And they don't realize that the detriments down the road to their body, the side effects, could have been negated if they would look into the nutritional or to the products, because there's lots of good companies out there, and most of your good nutrition companies are in your network marketing. Because you all have a take on why network marketing has most of your good nutritional products?
Because there's no middleman. I don't know.
Okay, well, you are the middleman when you sell the
Oh,
products.
okay.
Okay. The whole reason is because when it comes from the company and it's through one person, they're not paying for the advertising, so they can put it into the quality of the products and in paying you for using the product and having a story, having the testimonial for what it does for you. The advertising world, network marketing, you know, I mean, covers more than nutritional stuff, but network marketing is about the testimonial. It's about you sharing it with your friends and your friends, and doing it in a way that people understand that you're telling the truth, that it's not a question of, is that an actor? Are they being paid to say that? You know, but you having a testimonial, you were the best person to say, well, I haven't tried that part of the company, but this is what's working for me. When I was the Avon lady, people would ask me, well, how would this work? I said, you know, I have really oily skin. I cannot use, this is designed for dry skin. I can't use that. But what I do know is that what I'm using from the company works, but you are your own best, you're your own best tester. I love what it's done for me. I can only imagine what this would do. I have other customers that are using this this product for dry skin and loving it. But at the end of the day, the customer is their own best decider on whether it's working for them. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. I wasn't trying to preach here. Don't let me come. I'm not trying to preach here, but I'm trying to give people an idea of why you should listen to somebody when they say, I'm with this company and I'm using this product, because if they are using the product, they found value. If it's a friend that you know values their health or values how they look with their fashion, because I mean, there's clothes opportunities, there's, you know, jewelry opportunities. there are so many opportunities out there. And the whole point of this discussion was for you to get to know a little bit about this opportunity. And it is a matter of, now I have two people I didn't even know using the same company's products and finding great benefits with it. Because I hadn't planned to say this, but you know, me and Vidra are in the same opportunity because she values nutrition. I value being healthy because, like I said, at 65, I have no health issues. So my supplements and what I take and keeping, you know, harsh chemicals and toxic chemicals out of my body is important to me. And some companies have a whole gamut. Some only have products in one or two realms. And we are multi-realm people. You know, we can't live, you can't live just on phototherapy, right?
Yeah.
It does major benefits, but you can't live on it. So you have to find different companies and different places to get the things that will help your body, because this is the only body we get. You don't take care of it, what is your senior living going to look like? I can share a screen and Google it, and I can show you people in assisted living. I can show you people in, you know, rehab places. The sad truth of the health of the American people, the American people has the most choices, and for the first time in the world's history, pretty much food is not a scarcity. For the first time in history, we as humans are not food deprived. We can just go down the street and buy food. We can borrow money and go buy food. We don't have to worry about that our crops we didn't plant the garden, or that our crops were wiped out, or that we don't have to worry about any of that. But yet we are the sickest nation, because all of the diseases that used to come with old age, 60, 70, 80, your diabetes, your high blood pressure, all those things that used to happen when people got older are now happening when people are 30, 40, and 50. People are dying of heart attacks. People are having strokes in their 40s and 50s. Heart disease is still the #1 cause of death. So having companies out there that are actually providing products that are improving your health, you're seeing results in it, whether you're healthy already or you've had problems like Miss Kim. Let me do this the right way. Miss Kim on Zoom at 10. Woo, woo, wait a minute. Woo. Gotta have some fun here, guys. Gotta lighten up. Most companies serve the whole broad spectrum of people. They're not designed just for sick people. They're there to enhance your health and help you live a better life. And no matter when you start, because my mother never took supplements. Now, I've been doing supplements since my mid-20s. When my daughter was born with spina bifida, and does anybody know what they say about spina bifida?
No.
Okay, they told me as a brand new mom, first baby, that a lack or a deficiency in folic acid could have caused her spina bifida.
Wow.
It is a birth defect. It is caused in the 3rd week of life. Now, we are all women here. For those men that may join this and you don't know much about babies, 3 weeks, you still don't know you're pregnant. When a baby is 3 weeks old, you are just maybe having an inkling, maybe a feeling, something changing, like, oh, but you really don't know you're pregnant. Did you know you were pregnant when your baby was three weeks old, Kim?
No.
Now, Miss Vidra doesn't have kids, so I can't
No.
ask her yet. But I'm just saying, so even if I had been taking supplements because I was trying to get pregnant, now I'm 65, so we're talking, 40 some years ago. You know, they've learned a lot. But the thing about it is that all they had to tell me was it was a deficiency. And as soon as they told me it was a deficiency, I said, a deficiency? Well, you know, there's pills for that. There's vitamins for that. There's one-a-days for that. I don't have to be deficient ever, ever, ever in my body, ever. Because I don't know, I'm in Virginia, living in Virginia, we were taught Virginia history, which is, you know, where they came across from England in the 3 ships and landed at Jamestown, right? Well, in teaching about them coming from England, they talked about the sailors and how they used to get scurvy. Does anybody know about scurvy?
Yeah.
That's probably because it's Virginia history. But scurvy was a common disease among sailors because it was a deficiency in vitamin C. So
Wow.
when they would start go into port and get their fresh fruits and stuff and get the vitamin C, it went away. But if they were out to sea too long and they depleted all of their fruits, then and they were just doing whatever dried beef or, you know, whatever they pack for stuff for ships, I don't know. But scurvy was a deficiency in vitamin C. So I had learned about the deficiency of vitamin C causing that. And I'm like, deficiencies, this is not what I want in my life. So I became the poster child. I should have invested in one-a-days, because I've been taking vitamins since age 24 when my daughter was born. Because we didn't know. It was a surprise when she popped out that she had spina bifida. But the thing about it is it introduced me to the whole thing about health way back in my 20s. So I tell people, I've done the nursing thing. I've done my 20 years, you know, Kim, your parents, you know, God bless them, because it's a hard road as a parent. It's just exhausting to always be trying to help your children or your child through the things that go wrong. Because my daughter had 3 major surgeries in her first 10 days. Then we had surgeries after that. You know, it was a constant thing. Physical therapies, you name it. But the thing about the health and the deficiencies, and I swear, I mean, because of that one statement that the doctor made, and I started on vitamins, I know that is why I can say at 65 years old, I have no health issues. My body has never been deficient since I was 24. I've been taking vitamins. The funny thing about folic acid, though, as I will tell you, is that the science discovered, I want to say about 10 years ago, that half the population cannot digest or process in their body the regular way that they put folic acid in the vitamins. So I said, even if I'd have been taking it, the common way it was put in vitamins would not probably have worked for me. That could have been. But what the cool thing is when you're with a company that when they discovered that, they changed the folic acid in all of their vitamins to the kind that could be absorbed by anybody. Didn't have to do that. But that's, to me, when you find a company that believes in bringing the best quality to the consumer for keeping them healthy, that's important to know. And Ms. Kim, I am just thrilled that you can now say, how many years have you been, you know, symptom-free of anything? Now, what, 5 years?
5
6?
years. We'll be celebrating 6 in June.
In June. Nutrition, you know, and each one has its benefits. And as you can see, Miss Vidra, she, as a runner, she believes in nutrition in all kinds of formats, because running is a passion, but it takes a lot out of your body when you do it. Whether you're just a casual runner and you run every day for your health, or you do the marathons. but staying hydrated, you know, having products and stuff to help you stay hydrated without the chemicals is important. So this is why I wanted to have us talk about the opportunities that are out there, because there's so many of them. And people, as soon as you say, I'm in an opportunity, people shut down and say, oh, no, I'm not interested, you know. And they don't give you a way for you to even explain, unless they've known you for a long time and can see the journey that you've had. Because I'm sure that all of your family knows about your journey, Kim, right?
Yes.
And they have to be just so impressed that you have come so far and that you are able to enjoy now a life without all of those problems.
Yes.
My heart, because it's hard being sick. It's not fun. I've never been a sick child or a sick person, but having my child go through so much, I might as well have gone through it myself.
Hmm.
And I'm sure your parents feel the same way, Miss Kim. Have they ever told you that?
Yeah. Yes. And I've experienced the same thing because my son was sick for 4.5 years. He was failure to thrive as well because he had many, many allergies. He couldn't eat and digest foods. So it went from me to him because I didn't know what the problem was. I didn't understand before I started my journey, what I had to do to get well. And once I learned the proper ways to be well, I was able to help my son as well.
So how your son is now symptom free
Yes.
and thriving and being able to do all the things. Now, how old is your son now?
He is going to be 10. So for the first 4.5 years, it was a fight. He had food impactions. He had many reactions to food where he would go into anaphylaxis, and it was scary. I stayed up many long nights with him because he had stomach pains so bad that he couldn't move, and he would have to be rushed to the ER many times because he was just so sick. And he's
So
been healthy well over 5 years, almost 6, hasn't even had anything small as a sniffle. He's been
and so
healthy.
you started the phototherapy on yourself and him pretty much at the same time.
Right.
And look at the amazing results. This is phenomenal. This is important to know, whether you out there want another business or you don't. Knowing about products that can help you improve your health to do your business. Because I'm going to tell you something, when you don't feel good or you have children and people that are sick in your family that you're taking care of, your business suffers. So knowing about products that you can even just buy that can help keep you healthy so you can enjoy the business that you're building. Because Miss Vidra is not selling things, but she is. Now, Vidra, you kind of popped out, so we didn't get to hear your introduction. But tell us what it is for your business that you're staying healthy for.
Hi, I am Vedra, and I'm known as the Safety Net Builder. And what I do is I help my clients find different insurance products to help take care of their financial needs. And I also help them save up to 70% off of funeral expenses.
Fabulous. Now, for anybody wondering about why we are known as, we are all of us participants and have Forbes Riley as our mentor. And she has been teaching us, some of us longer than others, and some of us have been in more programs than others, but how to communicate, how to present ourselves, how to come across better in this media that we call video, that we call Zoom, that we call, Venmo, Vimeo, whatever. And see, the thing is, the platforms are all going to be this is just the beginning, as life goes on. But Forbes Riley was an actress, and she was the queen of pitch. She has sold over $2.6 billion through a camera. She was on the Home Shopping Network. Now, she is going to be doing her Pitch Secrets Masterclass every Sunday. She said it last night. Well, at least I do. I do her mastermind every Wednesday night. And she announced that she's going to be doing her Pitch Secrets every Sunday. Now, she teaches several programs because her whole goal now, because what's really cool about Miss Forbes is she's 1 year younger than me, is she wants to take what she's learned and pass it on to the younger generations so that women and people can thrive in having their own businesses and being, productive by learning how to present themselves. Because if you're an actress or an actor, what do you got to do to get parts? Y'all want to help me here?
Audition.
Auditions. But what do most of them go to? Acting school, right?
Yes.
Okay, you gotta learn the skills to do whatever it is you want to do. Businesses are now here. Businesses are now on Zoom. Businesses are now talking. You can talk all the way around the world now through Zoom, through Messenger. But you have to learn how to talk. You have to learn even how to write your messages. You have to learn how to use AI. These are things you have to find communities and mentors that can help you take yourself to the next level. So I invite you. I have an event on my profile for the next Pitch Secrets. That'll be Sunday. It's 5 o'clock Eastern time. She does it live because she talks to each person. Both of you have been to her Pitch Secrets Masterclass. How did you find her class?
I loved it. I loved it. It was a lot of good information. It definitely changed my perception or mindset as far as what a pitch is, because a lot of people have a very negative idea of what a pitch is, and how Forbes described it, I'm a lot more comfortable with pitching.
Exactly. Miss Kim, what was your impression of her class?
Yeah, I loved it as well. I definitely have gained more confidence and clarity in my focus and what I should be focusing on.
But the biggest thing that Forbes teaches is that pitching is not sales.
Right.
Pitching is about talking to somebody to get a yes for more information.
Mhm.
So if you want to learn how to ask the question or how to convey words that would make people go, that's interesting. I'd like to hear more. Then sign up. Come join the class. See for yourself. Because what can 2 hours do for you? It could change your business. It could change your life, because you don't just pitch your business. You pitch it to your kids about how to get their room clean. You pitch it to your husband to pick up the milk when he goes to the store. Kim, how many other ways do we pitch?
In everything we do.
Everything, everything. You pitch when you got to call and complain about when they bill you something wrong. You got to pitch them in a way, communicate in a way that they say, well, you could be right. Instead of calling up and telling them what a-holes they are. That ain't going to get you anywhere but hung up on, or maybe 5 or 6 more calls trying to get it straightened out.
Right.
But when you learn how to communicate a little bit more efficiently, it makes a big difference. Y'all want to add anything about the class that I may not have covered?
Well, it is
Well, did I pitch it?
it's definitely well worth the investment. It was only $19 to sign up for, and considering that minimal investment, she way over delivered it. It exceeded my expectations, because for $19, I guess a part of me, I didn't expect much, but I was impressed. I loved it.
Kim?
Yeah, same here. She definitely always goes above and beyond what I had originally expected to. I thought it would just be a quick course going over the basics, but she does dive deep into what pitching really is and what it means to her.
Did she talk to you personally, Kim?
Yes.
Did she
Yeah,
talk to you?
she went
Deidre?
over my pitch when I first started, and it definitely has had room for improvement.
Did she talk to you, Vidra?
Yes, she did.
I'm telling you, people, she does it live. It's not recorded. There is no replay because she talks to you personally. This is an actress who makes thousands and thousands of dollars on a set. She just finished a movie. She hosts shows. She gets paid thousands. And she's going to talk to you personally about your business and your pitch. $19. You know, I understand if you don't think that you should invest in a mentor that for several $1,000s. Okay. But for $19, get your toe wet. Learn some of the secrets. Because that's what she's going to tell you. She's going to show you the difference between what you think a pitch is and what a pitch is to sell $2.6 billion. To a camera. There's no audience. To a camera. She doesn't even have feedback of a person talking to her. You want to learn how to do that? All right, girls, give them the vote. Is it a thumbs up?
Yes.
Yes.
Thumbs up. Forbes Riley's Pitch Secrets Masterclass. Every Sunday. Pick a Sunday. Move things around. If you can't come this Sunday, I know Super Bowl's coming up, and I wouldn't expect you to come on Super Bowl if you're one of those big football fans. So pick another Sunday. But I think Super Bowl's in February, isn't it? Haven't they moved Super Bowl kind of? They do all the playoffs now in January. Guys, best 2 hours you will ever invest for your business, for your life, for your success, and anything and everything. Everybody here agrees? Thumbs up. All right. I appreciate y'all staying. If you have any questions or you want to put your business here in the community, let us talk about it. Give me a DM, put it in the comments. I would love for you to be able to talk about what your company has done for you. So if anybody has any questions for Kim, put them in the message, or she's in the community, you can message her through the community straight to herself. Or Miss Vidra. You know, they're both in the same, using the same products. Okay, you have questions, reach out. Our community is here to empower each other. And only by practicing talking about your company and your products and answering questions can you solidify your pitch. Because anytime you open your mouth, we are pitching something. That's just as simple as I can tell you. So till next Thursday, we will see you. Thank you for staying and listening or seeing us on the replay. Bye, ladies. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Karen Thomas. But guess what? That is not important. What's important is your success online. I can help you start a successful, thriving business online, no matter how many times you have failed. If you have a desire to win, you can. All you need is Wi-Fi, a laptop or desktop, and be able to follow simple directions. Reach out to me and I can show you exactly how.